What's up, guys? Freeform Profit. It has been a minute, but that's okay. And I want to reassure you that I'm going to be here for the duration. But, real quick, I moved from Lansing, now I'm in Detroit. So, I'm in Detroit now. If you're in Detroit, hit me up on here. If you got blocks, we can meet up because I'm trying to do something creative with, people with locks here. A lot of sweet hair textures, less white folks. So, there's more chance that you'll encounter freeformers in Detroit than not. But real quick, this is gonna be a 5 year update. I've been growing my hair for about 6 years, but I've been locked for 5 years. And I just put up 10 fingers, but it's 5 years. So, all right. So what I'm gonna say is this whole month and last month, which was July, I've been thinking about cutting my hair. I've been thinking about cutting like really seriously, like chopping it off and then just starting over with like not even dreads because I don't want twisted locks. I've said that from the beginning. I'll never do twisted locks unless I do wicks or something like that, like giant tentacles. But for the most part, I've been thinking about cutting my hair for a number of reasons. I get a lot of love when I'm outside, so that's not the reason, like ridicule or anything. But there comes a time when you're growing your locks, and when you first start out, the stigma, everything, jobs, and all of that garbage, and you're like, that's not me or whatever. My personality will shine through, and that basically won't affect me. But I can't say that that hasn't crossed my mind a couple of times when going to interviews. And I do like to keep my hair out when going to interviews because to me, if you won't accept me with my hair out, then you won't accept me in your job because this is a direct reflection of what I have inside. So it's more like, you know, your loss or whatever. But I was thinking about cutting my hair really seriously. That's not the only reason, but this is starting to become monotonous. So I'm not going to stick too much on that. Just know I was thinking about cutting my hair. So I did know that I was going to make a 5 year update video. And second, I'm not thinking about cutting my hair anymore. Well, I am still, pondering the idea, but I'm more so leaning towards not cutting it just because I realize, I'm something, like this is something. This is substantial, you know. But I do realize once that I am able to, move on to the next stage of my transformation and journey in life, I will eventually, do the big chop. It's hard for me to fit in my car. That's another thing. I ride with the sunroof. People recognize me around town because my hair sticks through the sunroof. So I'm gonna have to get another car. I don't know how high other people's hair is with freeform locks that go up like mine because there are others, but they've been growing longer than me, so I imagine they can't fit in many cars either. Um, that's it. Fucking, it's hard. It's hard to fit into cars. My own car as well as friends' cars, others' cars. Is it heavy? Yeah, it's not heavy. It's heavier now because you can probably see it give way a little bit. It's heavier now because I just did a wash yesterday or last night. So it's heaviest when wet. Otherwise, no, it's not that heavy. I don't really feel it. It does become a problem when sleeping sometimes. I prefer longer beds now just because I'm not all bunched up. And I do notice this thing like I'm tilting my head a lot in my car just because my hair is so large. It's starting to give me like a small crease in my neck, so I'm trying not to like tilt to that side. I do notice in pictures my form does start to look lopsided. I hate that. Um, it looks like this now because again it's been freshly washed, but updates. This part here has since separated. There was a bridge here connecting these two, but now it's fucking gone. I'm mad about that. I wish I still had that, but it's a part of growing and everything. I guess it just got thinner and I didn't foster it or reinforce it or whatever. I have my hair wrapped up now. So can't really tell how long this is. I guess I just pull it out every time, but this shit here is getting kind of thin. But that's mostly because I'm not I'm not retwisting around. I'm not wrapping hair around. And when this started growing, there was a lot more hair right there, and it's since started to go other places. It's not like I'm going bald or thinning or anything, but you know, and I don't think that that dread or this dread will ever fall out. I don't think any of my dreads will ever fall out, no matter how thin the roots look. This is the newest one that I had, and it's getting pretty long now. I did comb out. That's another thing. I did comb this fucker here out. I combed a little bit of this one out. I combed. There's another one. Where is it? I combed this one here out. I combed it out because I was noticing like white streaks in my form. I saw white streaks and I was like, I've been an organic freeformer for so long. There shouldn't be any white streaks in my hair. There shouldn't be any buildup. So why the fuck am I seeing buildup? Turns out, upon combing out my fucking hair, saying F a lot. But yeah, prior to combing out my hair, I didn't know that the lint that just like is floating around all the time is actually fucking getting trapped in my hair. Oh, there's a fly. Okay, that window's closed, so you can't get in, hopefully. But yeah, so I noticed that there's just lint. It's just lint. It's not buildup. It's not sticky. It's not a smell. It's just lint. So upon me combing, I'm like losing hair and stuff because that hair is grown so far from my scalp. It's no longer connected to anything. You lose certain hairs, and certain amount of hairs per day. So really, I just have all of my ends that you would naturally clip or whatever still in here. And that's mostly what comes out of my head. If anything, no major dandruff problems. But yeah, not these right here, but these right here, some of these have lint built up in them. And it's not more so a problem for me unless it's like super noticeable. And it's like super noticeable when I go for so long without washing my hair. And that's another thing. It's hard. I won't say fuck, but it's hard as fuck to wash my hair. Like, I just recently worked out this new method, and that made me decide to keep growing it actually, because that was a major reason too. I can't walk around with smelly hair. I can't walk around with dirty hair. That's just not something that I want to do, even, having neglect freeform locks or whatever. But it's like I have to basically massage my fingers under this mask, get that part clean, hop out, dry off, get back in the shower because obviously this is not going to fit in any sink or tub. Get back in the shower and then do it all over again. And then this time, take the soap up and do this, all of this up here. And I'm using towel dry method along with solar drying, natural forms or the naturalist forms of drying your hair. But I am starting to incorporate the blow dryer, and I do preach against the blow dryer. But for me, I'm a special case. I need a fucking blow dryer because if my hair goes too long, being wet, I'll either catch pneumonia or fucking whatever people say mildew or whatever the case is. But yeah, I don't want my hair to smell like wet dog or anything like that. But I noticed my hair doesn't smell like wet dog. It smells like a brush, boar bristle. Like if it's like as soon as I wet it to go and wash it, it'll smell like boar bristle. That's how I know like the bulk of it is dirty. So for the most part, the middle of this is only getting deep cleaned when I do apple cider vinegar rinses, and me washing it regularly. This is the test to tell if I do need to do more maintenance to this larger mass because it is, for lack of better word, dense as fuck. There is no getting into this. There is no getting my fingers into it. There is no getting a tool into it. There is no form of separation. Do not ask me if I will ever separate. No, because I can't. I'll just start over if I'm gonna do that shit. Separation is not possible at all. That would look awful. My hair would look all raggedy and ripped. Separation is not possible. So don't say that to me. It'll just irritate me. But yeah, trying to not to be a fucking lint magnet these days is like lint is just so attracted to my hair, but I'm loving how it's looking now. I mean, everybody recognizes the crown. And I mean, everybody. All I get is love. Even if an ignorant person, and I say ignorant persons because, your first reaction when you see me may be, oh, well, what do he got on his head? I get, is that a hat a lot? No, it's not a fucking hat. No, it's not weave. I grew all of this 5 years, you know. So I constantly get love from guys, girls, older guys, older girls, fucking elder guys, elder girls of, multiple races, especially like bald people. Bald people love me for some reason. If you're bald, like bald people just they naturally fucking love me. They be like, they take the hat off. Oh, give me some of that hair. Oh, I wish I could. Or I'll get the old timer giving me his story. Oh, back when I used to have hair big like that, or stuff like that. It's all love. It makes me feel better. It makes me keep going. So I appreciate that. I appreciate YouTube comments. I appreciate all of the love that I get with my hair. And but like I said, there are those ignorant people who snicker and stuff like that. And I know it's harmless because the same people, once you get in a room with them, they may snicker at first, but then you get in the room with them. Now they're asking you questions. Like this one girl, I was in a room with just by chance. I won't air her out, but she was laughing. Oh, what why you got your hair like that? Why you got your dress like that? I'm like, what you mean? My hair long as fuck. And she like, yeah, that it is, and her laughter went from, that amusement to, something of interest. And, it's really like, I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable. I'm always comfortable. I do, I am developing a problem with people looking at me a lot, but this is what I've noticed. People will stare at me and they'll stare at me, and I'll look at them because if you're staring at me, I'm waiting for you to either, say something or remove your gaze from me because I know, it may seem like a spectacle of sorts, but I am not a spectacle. I am not for play. Do not fucking, disrespect me in any kind of way because, I can't tell you that I won't, return those emotions. But for the same, for, this, for the simple fact that I am growing, you know, every freeformer would like to, appear all peaceful and stuff like that. But for the most part, I am a person and I do have emotions. I do have bad days. So, I do feel like there's a lot of fandom out there. A lot of people, want to talk. They want to know how I get my hair like this. That's the biggest question I get. How? But it's really all I say is wash it and let it grow. I'll be doing other videos, but I'm probably gonna end this one now. That's about it. Probably didn't show you guys the form like that, but there'll be more videos, plenty more videos, more music. If you want to follow me on Snapchat, that's the best place. You can see my hair as often as you like because I post pictures daily or semi daily. I don't fucking know. Whenever I feel like posting a picture, I'll post a picture, and usually my hair is in the picture. So you can follow my Snapchat at OWL-CRY. That's I'll cry. And same thing for SoundCloud. If you're trying to hear some tracks, I do make music. I do make art, but I'm not releasing that yet. So you know, there's that. And yeah, man. Tell your friends to subscribe. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Just because I'm gonna have this hairstyle for a while. It's dense as hell. Super clean right now. Just washed. All natural gel shampoo, no conditioner. You want to grow freeform like me, all you have to do is grow your hair 2 inches off your head and then don't do anything to it. And for me, people thought that they told me, once it gets so heavy, it's going to separate and it's going to fall. Wrong. Lies. That's why it's growing up, because it didn't separate and fall into individual locks. These grew after I already had this. If you can backtrack and look at my previous videos, so it's like, you know, everybody's form's going to do what they want. My hair texture is that of fucking Velcro or something like that. Not to say it's hard, but that's just how it, pulls every fucking hair together and makes it, go up like this. I mean, everybody can't, whatever the case is, but the mistake that a lot of people make is growing their locks really long and then deciding to freeform. That's all fine and dandy, but it's less chance that you're going to stand up, because you got to think about how it works. Water makes your hair stand up. If you're constantly wetting 2 inches of hair every time it dries, if it dries in an upward position, your hair is going to start to flow upward. It's all about water. It's all about how you sleep on your hair. It's all about your daily. If you live like me, if you sleep like me, if your hair is like mine, your hair is going to go up. If it's not, then it might go out to the sides, like Johnny the Dread. It might go down, But everybody's gonna fall eventually, I guess. But I don't think mine will. When it's wet, it'll be all down. But for the most part, that's gonna do it for this update. I'm gonna try to make more videos more frequently. But again, follow me on Snapchat, because that's the best place you can see me. And that's it, man.